How we feeling, Alabama fans? It is Wednesday. Yours truly, Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, just coming on here to give you a breakdown of what took place today in practice as the Crimson Tide preparing to take on the Georgia Bulldogs, a top 3 national matchup this weekend at Bryant-Denny Stadium, 7 p.m. Central Time kickoff. CBS will have the call. Now, though we got the news earlier today on head coach Nick Saban testing positive for the coronavirus, he is asymptomatic, not showing any symptoms for the virus, and while he's trying to figure out a way to still be on the field to coach the team or be around the team this weekend, today at practice, football goes on as planned, and as you're seeing this first clip right here, it's the offensive line working the sled under position coach Kyle Flood. This is a big game for the front line because Kirby Smart is bringing a defensive front in here for Georgia that has a dominant run defense, very good total defense. It's run defense, giving up just 38.3 yards per game, first in the SEC. First in the nation. Its total defense giving up 236.7 yards per game, first in the SEC. So this is the defense that prides itself on stuff in the run. So for the likes of Alex Leatherwood, Deontay Brown, Landon Dickerson, Emil Ekiyor Jr., and Evan Neal, they have got to neutralize these edge rushers, move these guys off the football, create this opportunity for Najee Harris, Brian Robinson, and company to have a big football game, as well as protect Mac Jones in the pocket as he's trying to have a Heisman performance. But this is right here is the offensive line working the sled under position coach Kyle Flood. As we go to the next clip right here, we got the quarterbacks here throwing the football. Mac Jones going first, number 10, followed by Bryce Young here getting some footwork down, throwing the football under Steve Sarkisian. And then here comes Paul Tyson doing the exact same thing here with the quarterbacks. This is a big game for Mac Jones. This is huge. He has played extremely well the first 3 matchups against Missouri, Texas A&M, and of course Ole Miss. But a lot of you out there have been saying, let's see how he plays against Georgia. Georgia's got that heat for him. Georgia's got that pressure for him. Georgia's got that defense that's going to look to really frustrate him in this matchup. If Mac Jones can go out here and shred up this Georgia secondary and shred up this Georgia defensive front, put his name in the Heisman conversation right now, because this is the biggest game of the year, biggest ticket in the house, biggest test for him to date. If number 10, Mac Jones, can go out here and really touch up this defense, it is going to be huge for him moving forward. But there is Paul Tyson there throwing, number 15, Mac Jones in here leading the drill, number 10, Bryce Young in here as well as Steve Sarkisian looking on here, working with the quarterbacks. If Nick Saban cannot coach this game against Georgia, keep your eyes on Sark to run the game plan and run the team against Georgia in Saban's absence. As we go here to this last clip here, we got the quarterbacks and receivers working on slant timing routes here. Mac Jones throwing the ball to number 8, John Mechie. Here is Bryce Young to number 11, Trayshawn Holden. And here is Paul Tyson taking that 3-step drop and fire to number 14, Thaiu Jones-Bell. Just quarterbacks and receivers working on crisp timing slant routes here. You're going to see a lot of these in the matchup against Georgia, as Steve Sarkisian will work on creating those matchups, isolating his best players on Georgia's secondary, and trying to get some big-time plays there in the passing game. Just the quarterbacks and receivers working on some slant timing routes out here on the field. But this is yours truly, Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, just providing you a breakdown from what happened at Wednesday's practice. Even with Nick Saban not on site due to coronavirus, he was watching the practice on Zoom, asymptomatic, not showing any symptoms here in terms of the virus, trying to make sure he can find a way to be on the field to coach this weekend. If he cannot, Steve Sarkisian will run the team against the Georgia Bulldogs. This is yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, providing you the update from Wednesday's practice.